Hi guys, if you haven't yet caught my first two videos on Acqua dell'Elba fragrances, please go catch those two videos. You'll be introduced to the brand and also go over ingredients that we speak about in two different videos. Now, I visited the island of Elba and I got to meet the folks behind the brand and discovered some of their fragrances, and they've been around for 25 years. They just celebrated 25 years last year. And we also featured two of their fragrances in our recent Scent Club kits. We featured Essenza Mare, and we've also featured Stella. And these are part of a trio of newer fragrances that were launched last year. And also, this video is a tour of the factory where all of the fragrances and other items that the brand has are produced. So it's a really fun video. You get to discover how the fragrances are prepared and all that good stuff. And you'll hear from one of the folks behind the brand who's speaking to us in the video. But as I said, if you haven't caught the previous two videos, please go catch those first, as you'll be introduced to the brand. We smell fragrances on camera in one of their original stores, and also go over the ingredients in these fragrances that they just launched last year. So sit back and enjoy this tour of the Acqua dell'Elba factory. All right, I'm here at the Acqua dell'Elba factory, and I've got Alessandro here and Filippo, which you already saw in a previous video for the brand. And we're going to take a tour of the entire facilities. But what I like about the brand is they do everything in-house. All of the maceration of their perfumes, bottling, crimping, packaging is done here. The only process is the shipping. But Alessandro is going to talk us through the different sections of the factory, and we're ready to do this.
Okay. We can start the tour with production of perfume, our core business.
All right,
let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so we are in the first stages of the process of creating your perfumes after you receive the compound from the perfumer. So why is this room so cold compared to where we started?
We need to work in standard quality. So we need to have a standard temperature for the perfume. It's better for the perfume to be at 20 Celsius degree. And we need to work in particular light to preserve the perfume.
Okay.
And to have the best quality. This is the special room that we have made to have the best quality of the perfume.
So what stages happens here? Because we have several different things going on. What is in these bottles here?
We have the essential oil.
So these are the essential oils.
Yeah, we receive the essential oil. We mix.
So this is before it's put into the alcohol.
Yeah,
and
we mix with the alcohol in different tanks.
Okay.
We have a small production lot, medium production lot, or big production lot.
So same thing happens in these three.
Yeah.
After the essential oil or the compound is mixed with alcohol.
Yeah, we mix with the alcohol. We do the mixing with all the substances that are in the perfume.
Mm-hmm.
And after this, we take the perfume in another special room where we do the maturation of the perfume for some months. And after this, we came back in here. This is also a special room because we have some special plants that allow us to remove the perfume from the room, and the worker doesn't smell the.
Yeah, you have these like speaker looking things, so they suck the smell.
Suck the smell and take out the smell, so the worker doesn't smell every day, all day long, the perfume, and they don't get drunk with perfume.
Drunk on perfume. That's a fun thing. So you have another room here, and that's where they get macerated and maturated. How long do you leave them in there?
For some months, depends on the perfume. If you have lemon or you have some woody, you have different time of maceration. So it depends on the product. We have different time.
Okay, I did not know that you can distinguish between what notes are in a fragrance too.
Yeah, different essential oil, different treatment that you need to do to the perfume. So we have different times.
So citrus is probably less maturation?
Yes.
And maybe ambers?
Woody, musk, ambers, longer time. And we need to have some special room like this one to have the best quality and the best perfume from the beginning.
Can we see? Okay, let's go. Okay, so we are in the maturation and maceration room. How many fragrances do you guys have maturating and macerating in here?
At least 20 fragrances.
20?
Yeah.
And why are there different size containers? Like I see some small ones here, bigger one here, and then even a bigger one there. Yeah. So why does that happen?
So starting from the production depends on how many pieces we do. So we have the small one for the small production lot, the medium one for the medium production, like the new one, Essenza Mare, Riviera, Stella. We have the big one for the big lot, like our Home Fragrances Mare or our Classica.
So those are more your more popular fragrances.
Yeah,
there's more sales, so you're
I need to produce
more.
Yeah.
Okay. And why do we have some silver containers here in comparison to the plastic containers?
We are moving out from the plastic and we are going on the silver one to preserve the environmental and to have a better performance of our perfume.
Wow.
So with the plastic container, we need to replace them every
2 years.
So you get rid of the plastic containers every few months, you
for
said?
deterioration.
Oh.
With the mixing of the alcohol and with the plastic. So with the aluminium, that's going to reduce all the wastage.
Okay. So I'm assuming that costs a lot more money too compared to the plastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So how often do you come inside this room?
Sorry?
How often do you come inside this room? Like daily?
Every day we take our perfume, we move in production where they are correct. And or we come every day inside to end the production. So after the first step that we took in the other room, and after the maturation, we take it back, come back in the principal room where we do all the quality tests. And if the perfume passes all the quality tests, it can go in production.
Okay, so this has to go back into that room?
Yeah.
And then you do the testing in there?
We do all the testing. If everything is okay, I sign the perfume. And it can go in production.
So it's your signature that has to go on it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. So once it passes the tests, which room does it go in after?
Depends on the number. We have two different production lines. The first one is a small production line all done by hand. So every single piece is done by hand by our workers.
Okay.
And the second line for bigger number is a semi-automatic line where the workers check every single pieces, but we have some machinery that help us to produce more.
Okay. Well, can we go check it out?
Yeah, we can go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, now that we've left the maceration room, what happens in this room? I see that they're bottling, and there's a big plastic or rubber jug here. What's inside? What are they doing?
Inside we have Mare, our best on fragrances.
So this is a home fragrance they're bottling.
Yeah, and we are bottling on fragrances. So they're one by one, filling the bottle, and after capping the bottle. And after the first two steps, we go in another room to do the labeling and the boxing of the product.
I noticed that the ladies are wearing hairnets.
Yeah.
Is that...
This is for avoid to have some hair in the product and to have the...
For hygiene.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not just the home fragrances that get bottled here, all of your fragrances.
We can do everything in here. Now we're doing our own fragrances. And in this kind of production, everything is manual. So every single piece is checked by one by the workers.
Oh, wow.
If the level is correct, if the closing is correct, everything is checked one by one. After this first step, we go in another room that I will show you later, where we complete the packaging. And we control, again, everything.
So quality is most important for you guys when you're doing this process. Yeah. How many employees usually work in this room?
In here, we work usually in 3 people.
Okay. Yeah. It's not as cold as the last room we were in?
We have workers just inside, so we need to have more human temperature.
Okay.
But it's always a standard condition, so 21 Celsius degree inside the room.
Okay. So where are we off to after this?
We go in the other line, the automatic line, where you can see the production of some Eau de Parfum.
Okay.
And after, we will go in the third room, where you can see the packing of all the products in the other room.
Okay, let's go. All right, so now we are in the automated room.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question. Do the fragrances or the home fragrances they were working on in there, do they ever get done in here as well? How do you decide what gets done in that room versus this room?
Depends on the production lot.
Okay.
If we are based on the season, based on the request of our customer, we decide the production lot, and on the basis of the number, we can move one product from one line to the other.
So you do both in both rooms?
Yeah.
What are they working on in here now? Is
Now
it a
they're working
personal perfume?
Eau de Parfum Uomo Classica,
Okay.
and they're working, as you can see, with 3 people. We always get at least 3 people on the line.
Yep, I was going to ask you.
And these 3 people are our quality assistant, because the first worker check if the line fill completely and well the product, put the pump inside.
Okay.
The machine does its work and close the pump. The second worker check if the pump is correctly closed, put the cash pump, and the machine push the cash pump. And the last one check that everything is good.
Wow.
So our quality is redundant on the product.
Okay. How fast does this machine go?
Over 1,000 pieces per hour.
Wow. That's a lot. All right. So after this is done, where do the fragrances go? Is that where we're going next?
Yeah, we are moving the next room where do the packaging. And
Okay.
they check again the product and package everything. We can move over there.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. So we are in the final stages of preparing your products. What's happening in this room?
In this room, we do the packing of our product. As you can see on this table, we have the 2 products that we have seen before.
Classica
And Mare.
and Mare, your diffuser.
Yeah. And they are doing the packing and check the quality of every single product. So as you can see, quality is one of our KPI. We constantly check the quality.
So I noticed that some of them were not labeled and some are.
Because we do the labeling from the manual line all by hand.
Hand labeling, okay.
Yeah.
But in the last room, the machine does all the
The
labeling.
machine do the labeling.
Okay. And earlier I also saw there were a lot more ladies in this room. It seems a little less.
Because
Are they on lunch?
They are on lunch. So,
All right.
you know, in Italy, lunch is
Important.
mandatory.
Yeah. So how does the Mare diffuser smell? Is it similar to Classica?
Yes, so Mare is inspired by our Classica personal fragrance.
Okay.
So it's really a fresh marine citrus fragrance and has top notes of lemons, tangerines, mixed with green notes of rosemary, marine algae, musk, and the Mediterranean maki.
Maki, okay. That keeps coming up.
It keeps coming up.
All right. How do we smell this? Do we take one of these out? And...
Yeah.
Okay, I think when I walked into your factory first, there's several of these large ones. The whole area smelled like this, so it's very fresh. And it does remind me of this, for sure. Can we compare?
Absolutely.
And the color of the juice, is that intentional?
Yes.
Okay.
If you remember the color of the waters of our surrounding sea, they're crystal clear, and this is really we wanted to recreate that feeling and that color.
Okay, it's lovely. Again, I was mentioning earlier yesterday in the previous video that I wasn't a fan of marine notes, but these are both really great.
Thank you.
They do remind me of one another. And I hear that this is your most popular product. Is it true?
Yes, on the home fragrance is our best seller.
Yeah.
And Classica is one of the best sellers on the personal fragrances.
So Stella is one of your latest releases.
Yes.
And this is packing. But are these the 100 mLs or the...
These are the 50 mLs, 50 ml bottles.
I wasn't aware you had 50 mLs. It's a new for me now.
We both have like the 50 ml, 100 ml size. And for the new line Mediterranea, we developed our custom bottle as well as the custom cup, where we have in a serigraphy of our Roman vessel, which you can find on the label.
Yeah.
Yes. This is a Roman vessel that was found on the shores in a location nearby, and is in a museum here in Marciana Marina,
Okay.
where you
We can go see it.
can see it today, this afternoon.
Okay.
And it resembles us these Roman trade routes that would like trade essences all around the Mediterranean.
And what does the Stella smell like again?
Stella smells delicious. Do we,
Over there, over there.
We've got a few strips over there. I want to smell a Stella.
Here's your star.
All right.
So Stella is our warm fragrance.
Okay. Very powdery.
Very powdery. It still has like top notes of bergamot, but as well as orange blossoms, mix and blend with cotton flower, orchid, jasmine. And on the base, you have these notes of musk,
Yeah.
white woods, and the cashmere.
It's very white,
Yes.
creamy and powdery. All right. That's a lot of great information. So where do we go next?
Well, we're going to the next room up there where all the finished product is stocked, and
Okay.
there will be pick and pack, and then will be shipped to our customers all
All right.
around the world.
Let's go check it out.
Let's go.
All right. It seems like we've got a lot going on in here. This is looking like the final steps of shipping your products. Is that what's going on here?
Yes, this is the last stage of production. In this room, we have all the packing and labeling for sending all the orders, both B2B to our retail customers as well as to our e-commerce customers all over the world,
So it's worldwide.
worldwide. It's a really busy room. We have lots of workers here, and
Yeah.
it's always fun.
Yeah. It looks like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
All right. And then after this,
After this,
we're done, right?
yes, we can go for a drink.
Okay. All right. Let's go for a drink.
Great.
Thanks so much for watching this third and final video on Acqua dell'Elba fragrances. I have to be honest, if you guys have ever visited Italy and thought about the island of Elba, I highly recommend it. Although I wouldn't say it's like a party island, it's very laid back. And if you want to get away and just be quiet and go to the beach and swim and chill out and eat good food and all that good stuff, I highly recommend you going. There's a ferry that goes there from Tuscany, and also there's a flight. And the flight was one of the most amazing experiences I have ever had. So I recommend visiting the island and also discovering the fragrances of Acqua dell'Elba. Everything is tagged and timestamped, so you can buy the fragrances as long as they're selling them in the States. But I appreciate you tuning in to watch this video. And also, if you haven't caught the previous two videos, please go watch those videos as well, so you can learn all about this brand that's been around for 25 years. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, if you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video, please share it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.